Just run your fingers down my back. Go ahead and feel it on my body. Oh, baby, because I'm owning what's mine.
Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Music. Now, I wasn't really going to take a whole episode to talk about this, but I think I have to, as somebody who has been closely following the careers of the girls of Girls' Generation over the last 10 years or so. I first discovered them back in 2008, about a year after they actually debuted. And, you know, each girl, I like each girl for different reasons, and Tiffany was one of the ones that I was like kind of on the fence about. Sometimes I liked her, sometimes I was like, okay, maybe not. But she always kind of had that energy, that kind of spirit that I really liked. And she definitely brought, you know, a little bit of extra added stage presence to the group. I just sometimes, she was just a little too much compared to everybody else, and I was just like, okay, I don't have like anything against her at all. No, I still like Tiffany, and it is what it is. Okay, so Tiffany Young, aka Tiffany Huang, aka Tiff, aka Fanny, aka Huang Mi Young. Okay, if you're thinking about her actual Korean name. She took herself on to Good Day LA, a good platform, and performed her song Over My Skin.
I want you over my skin, 'cause I like the way you touch me. Where to begin? Do nasty things and you don't trust me. You got that something that entices me.
Now the thing is with Over My Skin, and I don't really like, you know, it's like a gamble, because sometimes when I listen to the song I like it, and other times I'm just like, let's move on to the next thing. The performance wasn't bad at all. No, she had her usual bubbly kind of attitude. She tried, or she at least kind of wanted to be sexy. I don't know, I've always seen her as like cute. And the thing is, she's like 29. And I think that Girls' Generation and like their overall image kind of contributed to that. And with Tiffany, she's trying to be, you know, she's trying to take this whole grown woman persona as she comes and comes back to the United States and, you know, takes her hand at being a music artist here and promoting her music here. I think it was a good idea. However, I don't know. And in this performance, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. I don't know. It just, to me, there were certain parts of it I was just like, no. But then other parts I was like, oh, okay, girl, get it. You know, it was kind of like it's like a 50-50 kind of situation. And that's just the way it is. I didn't like every single song that Girls' Generation did. Most notably, and most recently, I really honestly did not care too much for Holiday, and if you're going back a little bit more, Lionheart.
Tell me why 넌 맘이 자꾸 흔들리니 난 여기 네 앞에 있잖니 정신 차려 Lionheart.
If we're talking vocals, Tiffany, to me, she's always been one of the members of Girls' Generation that kind of got by when it came to vocals, because there wasn't anybody really else in Girls' Generation who could really touch her vocally, that was like outside of the actual vocal line. But in my opinion, she was my least favorite voice of the vocal line. And it's mostly because for some reason her voice lacks the resonance that the other members of the vocal line kind of had. Tiffany was kind of like in between everywhere. You know, her tone was kind of cool. I liked how she had the undertone of raspiness. That always attracts me to a female singer, at least. But sometimes her voice would just sound a little throaty, and that's just my opinion, the way that I hear it, especially when she went in for this run during the
I wanna feel you want me. I want you over my skin.
thing is, she was hitting the notes pretty well and everything, and then she gets to this part where she goes, I want you over my skin. Like, yes, she hit it right. Skin is not that hard. Like, you kind of felt like she was about to kind of lose it. I'm gonna play it again.
I want you over my skin.
I'm sorry. The way that, if you watch it, like the way that her jaw, just skin. I'm sorry, I have to clown you for that part because Tiffany, come on. The thing is I think that I just held her to such a high standard when it came to this performance because she's a seasoned artist by this point. She's already done everything. And it just seemed like she's starting over. She's starting over as a new artist technically, but in my opinion, it could have been so much more because she's somebody who has been in the music industry for the last 10 years. It could have been nervousness. Yes, it could have been nervousness. But in my opinion, like that sort of a thing kind of goes out of the window. You have promoted yourself as a solo artist in the past. You had a mini album. You did really well when it came to that, even hitting all of these notes and everything else. I was just expecting a lot more. Again, from somebody who has been around for a while. She is pretty much a legend in K-pop because, again, Girls' Generation have been around for over 10 years. Like, they've made their mark internationally. There are so many people who love Girls' Generation. There are so many people who love Tiffany. And so this performance, it was good, but it could have been so much more, in my opinion. And then the guy, oh my god, the guy who was playing like the drums, his face was just like, really? But for some reason, he just looked like he was so uninterested. And then right after that run too, it just was the perfect, like, it was the perfect expression. And that's the way that I was looking at her after she did that run. But overall, I like the performance. And overall, I'm really excited to see Tiffany like break out of the, the shell of SM and kind of do her own thing as a solo artist. I'm here for it. And I can't wait to see more. But that's all I really have to say about it. It was an okay performance. I expected more, but I didn't dislike it. But I did, but that run.
I want you over my skin.
Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Take care.